Hello everyone, I'm Shreya Despande, a 15-year-old teen who is going to give her boards in just a few months. Everyone who hears that I am in 10th grade is like, oh my god, Shreya, you are in 10th grade. You have your boards next year. Study well, huh? Don't waste your time. I'm like, why? Why has the society created such a hype about the boards? Don't you think that boards is just like the final term examination which we students have been giving since the very first grade? I have heard many cases of students who have forgotten to smile or to enjoy their life just because they are under the constant pressure from their family to study, study and study. Well, looking at these situations, I feel myself very fortunate because I am a girl who has never got family or school pressure to excel only in studies. They have always encouraged my co-curricular activities. My family has great expectations, but sometimes I feel that these expectations become over expectations. From a young age, I have been that studious girl of the class. You know, Thaku Bachchi, who used to think that exam marks are everything. But as time passed, I told myself that Shreya, marks don't really define who you are. You are much more than that. Your skills matter. What really shapes your personality is the way you sit, the way you walk, the way you speak. But most importantly, your inner self. What kind of a heart you have as a human being is what really matters at the end of the day. No other beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. Look, you don't know what questions your teacher is going to ask you in your examination. You don't know how strong your opponent is going to be in, say, a swimming competition. You are unaware of the fact that you are going to win or you are going to lose. The only thing you know is that you have given your 100%. You have put in all your efforts of which you are capable of. Do not leave even a tiny bit of space for you to regret in future. Fear more for regret than failure, because regret hits harder than failure. There's another lesson I have learned from my life so far. Let me tell you this true story of mine. A few years ago, I had my badminton competition. I got to know who my opponent was going to be on that very day. So my opponent was a short-heighted girl who was a friend of mine. Before the competition started, I went to my mom. She wished me luck and I said, Mom, no need to worry. That girl is theek-tha. She doesn't play better than me. So the competition started, we played, and then yes, that girl won and I lost. I became very sad, like very sad. My mom tried to console me and asked, Shreya, have you thought that why did you lose? I said, maybe I didn't play well. She said, no, you lost when you said that I am better than her. You should never judge or underestimate anyone because everyone is given something that others don't have. In grammar, there's good, then better, then best. But what after best? There's nothing called bestest, right? Let me give you an example. In an interview, people were asked that who thinks that they are the best. Everyone raised their hand except one person sitting in a corner. And guess what? That person was given the job. Do you know why? Because he said that I am limiting myself if I say that I am the best. Life doesn't stop teaching and I won't stop learning. I don't want to create a barrier in my mind by saying that I am the best. So, try to be best, but don't think that you are the best. Okay. So that's much of a philosophy, I guess, by a student. Let's now talk about a common thing. How many of you get negative thoughts? Yes, almost all of us do, right? Everyone says that think positive, have positive attitude towards everything. I completely agree with this. But Believe it or not, negative thoughts तो आते ही है. Speaking from a student's perspective, every student gets this thought. What if I don't score good in the exam? What if I fail? What could be the solution to it? So here's the trick. Sit for 5 to 10 minutes before you study and think of all the possible negative thoughts you can have. Think, think and think. Once this bombarding of your negative thoughts is done, wash off your brain and start with a positive mind. In photography, we focus on a particular subject and make the background blur. That photo looks beautiful. Just like that, let's try to focus on our positive thoughts and blur out all our negative thoughts. Prefrontal cortex is a part of the brain located in its front side. Positive thoughts activate this part and helps in increasing our activity and zeal. जब negative thoughts आएंगे, तभी तो positive solutions मिलेंगे. Now that I have mentioned something about the human body, let me talk a little bit more. Whenever our body wants to send a molecular signal, thousands and lakhs of molecules are released from their original site with the hope that they will reach the correct target site. The idea is that the greater the number of molecules released, the better the probability that they will reach the correct target site. Similarly, when it comes to achieving a goal, it all depends on the number of molecules. Yes, the number of attempts you send out to the world to reach your goal. Greater the number of attempts, greater the probability that you will reach your goal. Even if there's 1% chance of missing your target, you should never stop trying, just like our body. Because our body will do anything until and unless the molecules reach the correct target site. Okay, now again, coming to 10th grade. The year not only of boards, but also the year of choosing your career. We students have many discussions about our career in our class. We hear others' plans for future. When someone has completely decided the nitty-gritty of their career, we feel insecure. Every student has this thought, what will I do in my future? But hey, don't worry. Being clueless at some point in life is okay. We have a great example of Priyanka Chopra in front of us, who was clueless about her career. But look at the height she has touched now. Pre-planned things do not always work, but sudden plans sometimes do. We have the power in our hands to write or change our destiny. So now again, talking about me, here's a funny thing. My aspirations about my career have been based on the movies I watch. I see a doctor in a movie and I want to be a doctor. I see a pilot and I want to be a pilot. As of now, I want to be a biology research scientist. Let's see what happens. You know, wearing the coat and walking with bodyguards behind you looks so cool. But to reach that level, you have to put in a lot of efforts. Struggle and hard work is the bitter truth of our life. And the only solution to it is determination and perseverance. The peak of the mountain won't look beautiful if you haven't seen the worst roads. But also, every action has equal and opposite reaction. The deepest you fall, the highest you rise. And there you have it, the butterfly effect. Everyone says that life is short, but this short life is enough if you live it to the fullest. Do something unique to stand apart from the huge crowd outside. No one is you, and that is your superpower. Portray your colorful wings to the world and shine like the whole universe is yours. Thank you so much. Hey, 1 minute. Don't forget to wish me luck because I have my boards in a few months. Thank you so much.